This part of the program brought to you by Expert Marine and Style Marine.
Hello and welcome all of you to this wonderful program called The Body and the Mind. In the earlier episodes, we were talking about the fundamentals of pranayama, is it not? But today we're going to ask Sanjeev ji about pranayama, more about pranayama. We're going to penetrate into the in-depths of pranayama. Of course, he did explain what pranayama was in the earlier episodes, but let me give you an oversight. Prana means breath and ayama means expansion. Now, pranayama is the technique by which you can expand or rather extend your breath. This in turn has a deep impact it has a very deep impact on the lifespan and health of the individual. It's a fact and it's a true fact. To get you acquainted more into pranayama, let's ask Sanjeev ji straight away. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hi.
Okay. So, in our last episode we were talking about the fundas of pranayama.
Yeah.
Now are you going to expand pranayama?
Yeah, in fact, this time we'll be going more into the in-depth of different types of pranayama. Last time, in fact, we have been discussing on the fundamental, like the yogic breathing. As I told you, to extend this prana or the energy, we need to take more of oxygen into the system with the breath. And the air that we breathe is only the gross part of this energy. The subtler part of this air is what is called the life energy. So yogic breathing is something wherein we combine abdominal, chest and the upper part. We take more oxygen, and by taking more oxygen into the system, your energy level improves. Simultaneously, when you exhale, the deoxygenated air within, or the carbon dioxide, is totally expelled. So this is what we did in the last yogic breathing. Today, in fact, one more thing I would like to, whenever we talk about the fundamentals of breath, today if you observe, many of the people, you may see them, they breathe through the nostrils and breathe out through the mouth, you know. Always it is said, breathing should be done through the nostril.
Both ways.
Inhaling and exhaling should be through the nostril. Unless, of course, you do strenuous exercise, sometimes you feel that you can't and you open your mouth, gasping. But generally, the breathing should be through the nostril. Why it should be through the nostril is because there are three mechanisms that will help to protect your lungs when you breathe only through the nostril. One is the air follicles in the nostrils prevents the dust particles getting into the lungs. Secondly, we have a mucous membrane. Even the finer dust particles get stuck in the mucous membrane. That's why we need to clean the nostrils regularly. If you don't clean, you can get sinus problems. Sometimes you can see people digging. You know, it's all because these dust particles get mixed with the mucus, and it has to be eliminated. That's why in yoga we have a technique called Jalaniti, wherein we clean the sinus area. Plenty of sinus problem just goes off. So the second thing is this mucous membrane is there to prevent the finer dust particles getting into the lungs. Lastly, we have a gland which modulates the temperature of the air that goes into the lungs. You are suddenly in a cold climate, you get into again warmth. So all these things, if you don't protect the lungs from the temperature, it can have a frequent disturbances to the lungs, and you can have frequent cold and all these things coming up. So it's always suggestive that we breathe through the nostrils. And those who have the sinus problem, instead of going for too much of medications, if you do proper breathing, with Jalaniti itself, it opens up and clears up this entire area. So this is what it's all about. Today I want to teach you about one of the breathing called the Sahaja Pranayama.
Sahaja Pranayama.
Sahaja. Sahaja means normal. In Sanskrit, the meaning of Sahaja means normal. Actually, in yogic breathing, we extend the breath as much as possible In Sahaja, in fact, you don't do anything. Sahaja means you are in fact observing the breath. You are not doing anything. Whether you know it or not, breathing just happens. So here we are going to just observe the breath. It's a very good, tranquilizer, Sahaja Pranayama. It relaxes you. At the same time, it helps you to streamline your breathing pattern. And so we will do the Sahaja Pranayama today. Okay? I think we'll just take off the chair and we'll lie down and do. In Sahaja Pranayama, when we are doing, actually you have to first lie down in Shavasana. You know, Shavasana is your feet should be 1.5 to 2 feet apart. The feet flop to either sides and hands slightly apart from the body. Your head straight, aligned, the head the spine, the tip of your nose the navel, and the midpoint of your heels in a straight line. This is how you lie down in Shavasana. Sahaja Pranayama is basically done in Shavasana. Now, if you observe, when you're inhaling, your stomach slowly comes up. Exhaling, it goes down, isn't it? So, here, you don't have to force yourself. In yogic breathing, we push the stomach out and took the maximum oxygen into the lungs. Here, you don't forcefully breathe. Breathing happens on its own. Okay? So now I'll just give you the instructions and relax your physical body. And after relaxing the physical body, I will be just telling you to focus on your breath. Here, you don't forcefully breathe or you don't have to make it slow or fast. You just need to witness your breath. After that, I'll be just telling you to bring your consciousness to the abdomen or the navel, and you observe the stomach going up and going down. Okay, Srijit? Yeah. And then you have to see the psychic point is between the navel and the throat. Yeah. So you will be moving like a white streak of light rising up as you inhale, exhaling it goes down. So this is what we will be doing. And you have to just follow the instructions. But one main thing is, Srijit, you should not go to sleep. All the tendency may be there to go to sleep. If you sleep, then I'll be only talking and we'll not be able to experience it.
So I should close my eyes?
Yeah, I'll give you instructions.
Hi, and welcome to Marine Biz TV. You're watching the world's first global maritime TV channel.
Now, align your body, the head, the spine, the tip of your nose, the navel, and the midpoint of your heels in a straight line. Have the letting go feeling during each exhalation. Let all the tension, the tiredness go out through the extremities of your fingertips and toes. Feel your whole body from the head down, absolutely relaxed. Think that the ground is a magnet, and every time you exhale, your body is being pulled down towards the ground, making it heavier and heavier and sinking into the ground. We shall now bring our consciousness to the contact point of your body against the ground, the back of your head against the ground, the right and left shoulder blade against the ground, both your arms against the ground, the buttocks against the ground. If it is tight, tensed and pulled up, make it loose, sagged and soft against the ground. The right and left calf muscles against the ground, the right and left heels against the ground. Now feel your whole body from the head down to the fingertips and to the heel against the ground, absolutely relaxed. All your muscles loosen, heavier and heavier, and your body sinking into the ground. We shall now bring our consciousness to the hip joints, running down the thighs, the right and left thighs, both your knees, the shin, the calf muscles, the ankle, the heels, up to the tip of your toes. Now feel the part from the hip down to the tip of your toes. All your muscles loosen, heavier and heavier, and your body sinking into the ground. We shall now shift our consciousness to the shoulder joints, running down the upper arm, the elbows, the forearm, the wrist, the palm, up to the fingertips. Feel the part from the shoulders up to the fingertips, soft and loose, sinking, dissolving into the ground. Slowly shift your awareness now to the head, the forehead, eyes sinking deep into the sockets. Open your mouth wide and give a good yawn. Relax all your facial muscles. Close your mouth with the teeth slightly separated, the jaws hanging loose, the tongue relaxed, the lips relaxed. The skin of your face becomes loose and soft. Now, bring your awareness to the back of your body, the back of your head, the shoulders up to the palms, the buttocks, the calf muscles, the heel. Feel the whole of your back at once, from the head down to the fingertips and to the heel, absolutely relaxed. All your muscles loosen, sinking into the ground. Now shift your awareness to the front of your body, your face, the shoulders up to the fingertips, the chest, the stomach, the pelvic, the thighs, both the knees, the shin, the ankles, up to the tip of your toes. Now feel the whole body, the front of your body, from the head to the toes at once, absolutely relaxed. And now, feel your whole body from the head down to the fingertips and toes, all your muscles loosened, heavier and heavier, and your body sinking, dissolving into the ground, melting into the ground with each exhalation, the whole body. Remain aware and awake, no sleeping. Now, slowly shift your awareness to the breath at the nostrils. Feel each ingoing and outgoing breath. Do not miss a single breath. You need not forcefully breathe, just need to observe the breath. Feel the temperature of the air as it goes in deep within into the lungs with the fresh oxygenated air, and the warm impure air comes out of the nostrils every time you exhale. Feel the air touching the rim of the nostrils as it goes deep within into the lungs, and the warm air comes out of the lungs every time you exhale. Feel the density of your ingoing and outgoing breath. Now, slowly observe each and every breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Now shift your awareness to the abdomen as you breathe in and breathe out. You need not forcefully breathe. Just observe the normal, natural breath. Synchronize the movement between the movement of the breath and the movement of the stomach. As you breathe in, you may observe the stomach slowly comes up, and as you exhale, it slowly goes in. Just observe the normal, natural breath. Get used to this moment. Do not force yourself to breathe. Now, imagine a white streak of light at the navel. A white streak of light at the navel. And as the air goes into the lungs, the white streak of light rises from the navel to the throat. These are the two psychic points. As you breathe in, the white streak of light rises from the navel to the throat. And as you exhale, it comes down from the throat back to the navel. The white streak of light rises from the navel to the throat. Exhaling, the light comes down from the throat back to the navel. We shall now start counting from 27 to 0. 27 up, the stomach comes up, and as the stomach comes up, the white streak of light rises from the navel to the throat. And 27 down, the white streak of light comes down from the throat back to the navel. 26, the white streak of light rises from the navel to the throat. 26 down, the white streak of light comes down from the throat back to the navel. Continue counting this way up to 0. Do not miss a single count. Remain aware and awake. If ever you miss the count, you need to start all over again. Remain aware and awake, no sleeping, absolutely aware and awake. Do not miss a single count. Do not force yourself to breathe. Just observe the normal, natural breath. Be Be aware of the white streak of light rising from the navel to the throat. And as you exhale, you may observe the white streak of light comes down from the throat back to the navel. If ever you miss, you need to start all over again. Remain aware and awake. Be a silent witness to the breath and the flow of the white streak of light up and down from the navel to the throat, and from the throat back to the navel. If you have reached up to zero, just lie down relaxed. Feel your whole body from the head down. Absolutely relaxed. Sahaja Pranayama is a yogic tranquilizer. Very good in the treatment of blood pressure, insomnia, heart problems or cardiac problems. Helps to reduce stress. Now, slowly move your fingers and toes. Tilt your head to the right and to the left. Raise your hands above your head. Fingers intertwined like this. Stretch nicely. Above the head. Your feet together, give your body a good stretch. Slowly turn to the right or left, using your elbows and hands. Slowly sit up. So, how was Sahaja Pranayama?
Well, I had a nice feeling, but I've got to ask you several questions like, after a particular moment, after a particular junction, there is a tendency that you may fall asleep. Or then you get transformed into a different world. Or you start thinking about something else, and then, there's a special sort of feeling which is coming from inside. But it's a really stress reliever or something like that.
Actually, Sahaja Pranayama is said, as I told you, it's a yogic tranquilizer. See, whenever you lie down, and that's what we see, even Shavasana, for example. Shavasana people generally think is very simple, you just have to lie down. But the most difficult asana is Shavasana. Why? It is because the moment you lie down, there are all tendencies for you to go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, you are in the normal mode, the mind starts functioning. It doesn't actually relieve yourself of anything. The body gets its relaxation. But in Shavasana, it is very important your conscious mind should be aware and alert. And consciously you should become aware of the body. So it's like the mind is totally engaged with the instructions, or you giving yourself instructions, because after a certain point of time you can do it on your own, even you need not have someone to guide you also. So once you get into it, automatically what happens, your mind gets engaged into the instructions, or you becoming conscious of each and every part of your body. When your mind is getting engaged into these things, then only the body gets relaxation. Otherwise, every type of thoughts that is going on in the mind has a corresponding effect on the body. So when the mind is engaged into these instructions, it relieves the body from continuous thought vibrations going into the system. So that's how you get the relief for the body. And only when this happens, the healing energies operate to give relaxation to the body. So that's why we do in Sahaja Pranayama, first is Shavasana.
And then you follow the...
So the gross part of the body, the physical body, becomes absolutely relaxed. Then the subtler aspect is your breath. So your mind is relaxed by focusing on the breath.
Okay.
And when you focus on the breath, it can be the temperature, the density, the movement of the air, the warmth, everything. And then the finer is the psychic point. Psychic point. Here awareness and alertness is very, very important. So that's why you need to totally be aware and alert. There are chances, as you said, we'll be going to sleep. But if you sleep, then you will not be getting into this
Exercise.
relaxation.
But when can you do this?
Sahaja Pranayama. Sahaja Pranayama, you can do it whenever you want. You know, there's no restriction as such. You can do it in the early mornings. You can do it in the afternoon before you want to have your lunch, you want to relax.
Before lunch?
Before lunch you can do. Even after lunch you can do, but after lunch there are all chances for you to go to sleep.
Okay.
So before lunch would be better. Evening when you come back from office,
You can do.
you can do. Even sometimes when you're angry, agitated, tensed up, and you feel your blood pressure is coming up, don't talk to anyone, just go and do Sahaja Pranayama. At least we'll talk good things, otherwise we may sometimes get agitated and talk something else, you know. And this is very good for those who have blood pressure, insomnia, asthma,
Okay.
cardiac problems, because it calms down the entire physical body and your mind complex also.
Now, who can do pranayama? Like,
This one?
yeah.
This everyone can do. Anyone can do. It's not an issue at all. Even when you're sick, you can do. Even those who are healthy, who want to relax, they can do. So anyone can do this.
And you've asked me to count from 29 to 0.
Yeah, 27
27 to 0.
Yeah.
What is the...
Actually, if you observe in this world, in yogic science, and naturally we have three main energies in this world. We call it as the creative, maintenance and dissolution. So these three energies is what is the multiples of everything.
Okay.
And in our body, also these three energies are continuously operating. This is called the ascending and the descending column. We are also having a magnetic field. So these three energies into the multiples of 9 is 27. These multiples is what we take it as 54. When we do japas, japamalas, we say 108. These are all multiples of 3 into so many things. So the 27 is done so that to a limit that you don't go off to sleep. Now, if you are very aware and alert and energetic, you can even start from 54 to 0. Or 108 to 0. So the ascending and descending column, it completes its magnetic circle all around. So it completes itself. That's why that number is important.
One last question before winding up the show. What happens to a person if he sleeps?
If he sleeps very nice, he can take rest. There's no problem about it. But the required result is, we want the physical body to be absolutely relaxed, you know. Have you noticed sometimes when we are tired, we come home and you can see the people suddenly jerk. Many a time in our day-to-day life, plenty of tensions we accumulate, emotional tensions we accumulate. And when in a deep state of relaxation only, this gets released into the bloodstream. So in Sahaja Pranayama, if you sometimes get into it and go to sleep, you can see a certain release happens. So it's okay even if you sleep, it's not an issue. But as much as possible, we should see that we don't sleep. To get the full benefit of Sahaja Pranayama, or even in Shavasana, you are not supposed to sleep. If you sleep, the entire thing goes, you know, it goes to the normal ways of functioning when you are in sleep.
Well, the clock has struck its time and we have time until now. But we're going to continue more about pranayamas in the coming episodes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
See you until the next episode. Bye-bye.